Hello crypto fans, this is Jeff once again, also known as Crypto Nomad. And for today's review, we're going to talk about Brickblock. So, it is where you can invest your cryptocurrency into real world assets, where it is a smart contract platform which allows you to sell and invest in tokenized assets such as real estate on the blockchain. And here are some things that I need to cover for this video review for Brickblock. I will be covering the project concept, the features and benefits, the team and advisors, roadmap, token sale info, and some honest thoughts. Okay, so let's get started in reviewing Brickblock.io. Okay, so we are now on the official website of Brickblock.io. So the ICO is still live, so you still have more than 2 days left to contribute to receive BBK, which is the ticker symbol of the Brickblock. So it says here tokenizing 250 trillion US dollars worth of real world assets and more than 11 million US dollars raised so far. So I suggest you guys should contribute right now while we still have time. And here are some partners right here, and if you want to get the newsletter updates, you can enter your email here and click subscribe. And here are the stats for the ICO. So raise to date is more than 11 million US dollars, and we are now in the third stage, or what we call the final stage, and the duration is only 7 days. So yep, that's what you've seen here in the countdown timer. You still have time to participate. So let's go to each page right here for the real estate, ETFs, coin funds, platform, and airdrop. And I have just clicked the real estate tab. So it says here invest your cryptocurrency in real estate. So its smart contract platform offers an easy, secure, and transparent way to invest in real estate assets. That's what you can see. We have a real platform here, and this is how it looks like. So if you're looking for a property that you want to buy in cryptocurrency, so this is how it looks like, guys, for the real estate. And of course, for the ETFs, it's coming soon, so it will be either in the third or the fourth quarter of 2018. And for those of you who doesn't know what ETFs is all about, so they are a basket of assets which compose of stocks, commodities, or bonds in short. And yes, the ETFs will be tokenized. And yes, of course, the Brickblock will not own the ETFs because it is just a smart contract platform that initiates transactions between ETF managers and buyers, and they will be legally owned by a trustee. And also we have the coin funds also coming soon as the ETFs in the third or the fourth quarter of 2018. So you can see the definition here of the coin fund. So it's either coin managed funds and coin traded funds. So they will be tokenized, and just like ETFs, they will not own. Okay, and also I will show to you the platform right here. So I'm just gonna click this. Okay, so this is how it looks like for the Brickblock platform. So if I'm going to click the pre-sale, this is how it displays. So you can register your full name, either you represent a company or not, your email, your date of birth, your nationality, your country of residence, street address, city, and your Ethereum address in which you have the private key and not coming from an exchange. Okay, and also make sure that you are not a citizen of blacklisted countries or natural legal person with permanent residence or seat in a blacklisted country. So right here below, if you are from China, South Korea, Singapore, US, or Canada, sorry to say guys that you cannot participate in this ICO. Okay, and here's the portfolio which is coming soon. The exchange as well coming soon. And to invest, yeah, real estate is the one that is enabled right now. ETFs and coin funds are coming soon. You can see it right here. This is just a live demo of the platform. And finally, we have the Bitcoin or the Litecoin claim. So you can enter your Bitcoin or Litecoin address, your Ethereum address, and your signature string. So to be able to prove the ownership of the private key of the indicated Bitcoin or Litecoin address, you need to create a signature. If you have no clue about it, you can check out their blog post that explains the process. And finally, we also have the Brickblock airdrop. So you can log in with either Google, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and email. So if you don't have an account, just register and you'll see the full details out there. Okay, so at least I have given you the website overview of the Brickblock. Okay, so here's what Brickblock has in store for us. Okay, so it allows sellers to offer tokenized real-world assets like the real estate and investment funds such as ETFs and coin funds, and the investors are buying asset-backed tokens called proof of assets, or what we call POA tokens, with cryptocurrency, and these tokens legally entitle you to the profits of the underlying assets. So if you want to fully understand the project concept of the Brickblock, or you need to gather some in-depth information before you're going to participate in their crowd sale, it's either you can watch the video or just download the general white paper and save it as a PDF file. And good news guys, Brickblock has a working product, so they are not just an idea or a white paper. Instead, they are one of the only blockchain projects with a working product backed by technical and legal proofs of concept. So it was executed successful private tokenized real estate sale last year in December, and the smart contracts approved by industry leader consensus diligence, and also the prospectus filed for regulatory approval in the European Union. So I have just shown to you the demo of the product, and also why is it that we need to use the Brickblock when it comes to investing in real world assets. It is because Brickblock has tokenization benefits, so it revolutionizes investing through fast settlement times with low fees and without geographical restrictions. Wow, this is amazing. No minimum amounts or counterparty risk, and also get instant liquidity without the need for middlemen. And they have their own Brickblock exchange, so it is building the world's first decentralized asset-backed token exchange. So it will be built on the OX protocol and feature a fiat payment gateway. And finally, we have the Brickblock fund. So it offers an actively managed fund of crypto and real world assets. So it specializes in trading asset-backed tokens. So if you are interested to participate, you just need to contact them. Okay, so at least I have shown to you guys about the features and the benefits when we are using the Brickblock. And you can also participate in the ICO to become a part of the BBK network to receive these tokens, which can be traded or activated. And when it is activated, the BBK holders profit from every transaction. So if you want to know the token structure, so you just click here for a full explanation. Okay, so So it redirects me on the Medium. So this is how Brickblock tokens work. And there are 3 tokens in the Brickblock system, which are the Brickblock tokens, the access tokens, and the proof of access tokens. And here's the summary, guys. They are only sold during the ICO for the BBK and can be activated or deactivated on the Brickblock. So these tokens automatically generate access tokens, which can be sold for Ether, and the deactivated tokens can be traded on the exchanges. So here's how it looks like if it's activated or traded. So when it's activated, it can be sold for Ethereum and can be activated or deactivated with just one click. So it continues to generate ACT tokens until they are deactivated, and they are not burned, guys. So these deactivated tokens will not generate ACT but can be traded. And for the deactivated, which is tradable on the exchanges, like all ERC20 tokens, they can be traded on the exchanges and will be listed on the exchanges after the conclusion of our final ICO period. And you can also sell your ACT for Ether. And if you're using a Brickblock platform, it charges a 0.5% transaction fee. So it is paid in access tokens and distributed to Brickblock token holders who have activated their tokens. So for every 1 Ethereum, it will be equals to 1000 ACT. So the smart contract of the BBK automatically generates ACT to pay for transaction fees. So the holders who have activated their tokens receive their ACT, which they can sell to Brickblock for Ethereum, and can be done in just a click. Okay, so here's an example. Let's say a building is fully funded for 20,000 Ethereum on Brickblock's smart contract platform. 100,000 ACT, which is also equivalent to 100 Ethereum, is automatically generated by activated BBK tokens to pay for the 0.5% fee. So the BBK token holders whose tokens generate the ACT can sell their ACT to Brickblock for a payout in Ethereum. And also, guys, just take note that the functionality for activating BBK and generating ACT will not be implemented for first tokenized real estate sale, and the holders will, however, receive Ethereum from the transaction fee at a later date. And yes, for the exclusive asset, they can only be sold 3 times during our token resale, the first ICO period and the final ICO period, which starts on May 9th until the May 15th, and only 500 million BBK will be produced. 51% of them will be sold to the public, 35% are in company lockdown, and 13% are committed to the early backers, and 1% for the bounty participants. And all unsold public BBK, just like any other ICOs, will be burned at the conclusion of the final ICO period. So at least I have shown to you guys on how Brickblock tokens work. And guys, here are the token sale details for the Brickblock. So the hard cap is around 50 million US dollars. The max potential supply is only around 320 million. The max circulating supply is around 145.5 million. The tokens for sale is only around 75.5 million. For every BBK token, it's valued at 60 cents in US dollars. And just like any other projects out there, it is an ERC20 token, so the decimals is around 18th, and the token sale date is from May 9th until May 15th, or once hard cap is reached. And for the token supply breakdown, I have already discussed this already in the Medium blog that I have shown you. And also, guys, Brickblock has a private deal, so you just have to sign up for your private Brickblock token bonus. So all you have to do is to contribute more than 10,000 US dollars in Ethereum to receive a private bonus. So it will end on the May 15th, and you should accept the terms and conditions as what you can see here. There is a PDF file link here, so just read the terms and conditions, okay? And just click start. Okay guys, I want you to meet the team behind the Brickblock project. So they are doing a great job in having this idea, you know, when it comes to investing in real world assets with cryptocurrency. So kudos to you guys for doing a great job for all of us here. Okay, let's start first with the leadership team. So in case I mispronounce your name or your last names, I apologize for that, so please bear with me. Okay, so let's start with Mr. Jacob Drzazga, who is a co-founder, and also a co-founder named Mr. Martin Mishke, Mr. Jeff Woodward, who is a director, Mr. Wayne Almeida, who is also a director, Mr. Colin Nims, who is the head of finance and organization, Mr. Philip Pates, who is a chief technology officer, and Mr. Manuel Gonzalez Alzuro, who is a chief marketing officer. And for the core team, guys, we have Matthew Stevens, who is a software engineer, Mr. Cody Lamson, who is a blockchain engineer. We also have Volkan Bilici, the blockchain developer, Mr. Jatseslav Kondratev, who is a tech lead exchange, Mr. Matthew Forns, who is a front-end engineer, Mr. Andrew Holloway, who is more on the DevOps, Mr. Mikolaj Spurts, who is a front-end developer, Mr. Moritz Hoffman, the DEX researcher, the beautiful Miss Ngan Tran, who is a data scientist, Mr. Pascal Kubart, who is a marketing intelligence lead, Mr. Gonzalo Sanchez Slick, the head of investor relations, Mr. Dennis Timofeev, the lead product manager, Mr. Daniel Breyer, the product manager, and also Mr. Alex Jones, our product manager as well, Mr. Christian Nather, who is the head of communications, and Mr. Mark Lascia, who is a market analyst. Now here's another beautiful one, Miss Christina Bilads, who is a community manager from for Russia, Mr. Claudio Barillas, who will be the marketing manager, Mr. Emin Sen, who is on the who will be on the PR and also an account manager. Also another beautiful right here, Miss Lana Peterson, the designer, Mr. Rainier During, the motion designer, Mr. John Evans, the marketing and PR manager, and another beautiful one, Miss Ayana Botchan, who is an executive assistant. And yes, if you want to apply, they are currently hiring. So they are Berlin based and above average compensation with flexible working hours. So if you want to become a part of the team, you don't hesitate to apply, or if you think you can help them. And also we have the active advisors right here. So we have Dr. Wolfgang Richter, who is the legal advisor, Mr. Axel von Goldbeck, who is a lawyer and a German regulation, Mr. Holger Schlunzen, who is an ETF expert, Mr. Ingo Weiss, the real estate advisor, Mr. Tom Kelly, the marketing advisor, Mr. Alexander Kolpin, the investment advisor, Mr. Naveen Kapoor, the advisor, and Professor Dr. Ralph Wanmaster, who is a finance advisor. And we also have the ambassadors, Crypto Ran, Crypto Mocho, Mr. Backwards, Tech Moonwalker, Cryptonator 1337, Panama Crypto, Crypto Alfonso Capone, Crypto Bulldog, and finally, last but not the least, we have Brocklex. Oh wow. Here is the roadmap of the Brickblock. So let's start first with 2016. Let's time travel first. In the third quarter of that year, they have the legal proof of concept, and in the fourth quarter They have the technical proof of concept in 2017. In the first quarter, they have the seed fund raised. In the second quarter, they have achieved the Brickblock, which established in Gibraltar, and they have partnership agreements with Isolus and DWF, and the project was introduced at Consensus event in New York City. In the third quarter of last year, the token pre-sale has raised $1 million US. This is absolutely amazing for them. Congratulations in advance. Oh, I mean, belated congratulations. And also, they have the alpha version of real estate smart contract platform released. In the final quarter of 2017, they have the first round public ICO, which raised $4 million US, including the private investment. So congratulations for them. And at the same time, they have the private alpha sale of first tokenized apartment building. So for this year, here is what we are going to expect. The first quarter, we have the legal prospectus filed with European regulators, and they have completed BBK token distribution for the pre-ICO investors. The second quarter of this year, they will have the world's first sale of a tokenized real estate assets, and this also happens in the final ICO period. They also have the Brickblock tokens tradable on exchanges. The third quarter of 2018, they have the full real estate smart contract ecosystem and have partnerships with global real estate firms. And in the final quarter of this year, they have partnerships with investment funds and a first sale of a tokenized investment fund. And for the next year, this is what we are going to expect. So in the first quarter of 2019, they will develop ecosystem for coin funds and allows investment with Bitcoin and other top cryptocurrencies. In the second quarter of next year, they will launch the first exchange for asset-backed tokens and also allows US investors to participate in the ecosystem. So this is good news, guys, if you are from the United States. And in the third quarter of 2019, they are going to allow fiat like the US dollars, GBP, Euro currency funding on the exchange, and the process will be over $100 million US in tokenized investments. And in the final quarter, they will allow fiat currency funding for POA tokens and expansion into China, South Korea, and the rest of Asia. So I'm from the Philippines, which is Asia, so I expect that it would take a while for them to expand right here. But I am so excited, guys. I am so excited for them to expand right here, not just in the Philippines, but the rest of the Asia, because the real estate is booming right now. And for me, I think Brickblock is the best thing that we need to have right now. Okay, at least I have shown to you the roadmap of the Brickblock. And here are the selected press for the Brickblock. So it was published in Forbes, the Cointelegraph, and the Telegraph, and was also featured on the Reuters, Investing.com, Block Tribune, the FinTech Times, Peer-to-Peer Finance News, and the Bitcoin Magazine. And if you want to learn more about the Brickblock and the blockchain technology, so you can watch any of these videos right here. There are episodes right here until episode 10. Okay, and here are some partners for Brickblock. So we have the Intercam, the Consensus Diligence, the Qubits, Nakamoto, Athlon, DWF, Decentral, Jack's Wallet, Transistor, Smart Deck, Block BR, TRX, FIDEM, Blocks, RFM, and National Shopping. Alright, so before I am about to end my video review about Brickblock, I have 3 honest thoughts about their project concept. So the first is that the Brickblock platform is innovative and complete out of the box in investing to real-world assets such as real estate, ETFs, coin funds, and so on. As what I have assessed, this is something that I have never seen before, because I am looking forward to invest in real estate in the future, and for me Brickblock is going to be a big help for me to get started, so that we could settle transactions easily rather than going to the traditional process that we have right now. So it's a blessing for me that Brickblock is right here to make things easier for us when it comes to transacting real world assets. Second honest thought for the Brickblock is that we do not need to wait for days or worrying about the minimum amounts and geographical restrictions when it comes to completing real estate transactions. So it can be done and settled in just a few minutes. So for me, instead of waiting for days, it can be settled in just a few minutes. So we have saved a lot of time when completing real estate transactions and other real world assets that we are about to acquire, such as ETFs and coin funds. So for me, with the emergence of the disruptive blockchain technology, this is where Brickblock comes into play. And yes, they are 10 moves ahead right now, because they are now riding with a trend compared to sticking to the traditional one that, you know, there are lots of barriers out there, and Brickblock is right here to eliminate all the barriers here when it comes to completing real world asset transactions. But not the least, my third honest thought for the Brickblock is that I have no doubt that Brickblock is going to be one of the most successful projects of 2018 and in the upcoming years. So I have just read their white paper, looking at the website, the roadmap, the team. I was so impressed. I have no questions about them. So all I have to say is that I wish them the best of luck, and I wish them nothing but future success, because, you know, Brickblock cannot be underestimated, and they are here to innovate when it comes to investing in real world assets using cryptocurrencies. Okay, now I have shared to you my 3 thoughts about Brickblock. So to summarize, I am happy, I am so satisfied with Brickblock, and I cannot wait to use their service. Okay guys, so thank you for taking your time to watch my video review about Brickblock. So if you want to go to their website, just visit brickblock.io. On top of that, you can read their general and technical white papers, as you can see here in the screen. It is essential for us to read white papers for us to understand the full project concept of an ICO, just like the Brickblock. And there are some in-depth information as well. All of the questions that is in your mind right now about Brickblock are now answered right there in the white paper. So please take your time to read, download the white papers, save it as a PDF file. Even if you are not connected to the internet, you can read the white paper through the Adobe Reader application that you have. Okay, once again, just go to brickblock.io. You still have time, guys, to participate in their crowd sale, and I'm looking forward for their project to become successful. And guys, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, just click the subscribe button below so that you can stay updated with my latest videos about cryptocurrency news, ICO reviews, airdrops, and bounties, okay? So this is all for now. Thank you very much once again. My name is Jeff, aka Crypto Nomad, and I'm signing off. Bye bye.